Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, yo.
Gunshots.
MCMI, people call me Wild Child.
What up? I'm LR Blitzkrieg.
This is GMS. MCMI in the building.
MCMI.
Right. Welcome to MCMI Report. This is a place where MCs come, beat makers come, producers come. Check us out.
That's
Listen to
right.
what we got to say.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. So let me break it down. What we're gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk about TDE label. That's Kendrick Lamar's imprint. We got Cassidy's talking about some battle league. I don't know. We got some upcoming boxing matches from Tyson to Mayweather to Canelo. We got Jay-Z and Nas collaboration, which is wild. Then we got new music from Knots. We got some more new music coming up. And this is the MCMI Report.
Bang, bang.
So first up,
I believe that's me.
What you got?
What's going on? What
LR
you got?
Blitzkrieg, get on the mic. Hey, yo. So, TDE, right? A while ago, a couple days ago, Top Dog, who runs TDE, right? TDE stands for Top Dog Entertainment. Top Dog, he puts up a little Twitter thing with a loading bar, and it said, you know, the wait is over, coming soon, and it was like loading, and it's supposed to come out on May 7th, right?
What we waiting for? What we waiting for?
I mean, it's been 4 years since your last here. Kendrick Lamar put out an album. Damn.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people's waiting for that. People that are more into the R&B stuff are waiting for SZA to come out with something new.
Right.
And it was a single by Isaiah Rashaad. He put out a new single called Lay With Ya, featuring a dude named Duke Deuce.
Okay.
And, it's cool. It's cool.
Do you think that's like do you think that's part of what's coming out?
It's cool.
Now, I don't know that artist, so what is...
You know Isaiah Rashaad? Nah, listen, hold on.
Tell me some of his joints.
Isaiah Rashaad is really dope. He's been on the label for a while now, and I just think that I can't name anything, you know, his songs like off the top of my head right now, but he's got a very dope catalog. Super MC. Everybody on Top Dog on TDE is, you know, if you're an MC, you're a super elite MC. They don't have no scrubs over there, right?
Okay.
But it's the single is cool, and I think that if you were going to put out something, I think it was bad for them to put that loading bar with the wait is over for something that was not the most hype thing on your label, which would be a SZA or a Kendrick Lamar. I think they would have been better off for him to just be like, yo, we got, you know, first up, you know, of this season or you know, of everything that's coming out. We got, you know,
set it up.
First up, you know, Isaiah Rashaad, you know, something like that. And then people like, ooh, okay, let me get into this, because you're setting up like a whole rollout for you know, a bunch of artists. Instead of just like you set him up, because if you go on like, you know, Instagram or Twitter or everything's like, yo, nobody's waiting for Isaiah Rashaad, fam. We waiting for Kendrick and SZA. Like,
no disrespect to Isaiah.
No disrespect. I'm peeking. No disrespect, but it's like you should have just said what it was going to be, or a different rollout, rather than like, you know, ooh, the wait is over, it's loading, and it's Isaiah Rashaad.
Although, no, I definitely agree. That's probably the effect it had, kind of backfired on them.
Yeah.
But they might do this every time. Now, that might be their new thing. Every time any artist is releasing anything, they put a loading bar. We don't know. We'll see.
And
maybe they want to give everybody the same type of hype.
But you can't hype everybody the same way. I mean, Kendrick Lamar is a mega star. He's on, you know, the new Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
It's Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
true.
somewhere on the back of the mountain is, you know, like Big Sean or something. But that doesn't matter. I'm just saying it's a cool single. Go check it out. He's got a video for it. It's cool.
Yo, let me ask you a question. This is a sidebar. Since you mentioned the Rushmore, they got the Westmore, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
So like, I wouldn't have picked those four.
Okay, you wouldn't because you're not from the West Coast.
What are the four?
I'm not
Tell
from the
everyone
West
what the
Coast.
four are. Then.
It's okay. So we got Too Short, Snoop, Ice Cube, and E40, right?
Mhm.
Now those are like huge. Like I can see why. And maybe you're right because I'm not from the West. But I wouldn't. I mean, maybe I would.
Okay,
So
you don't
who would-
listen to E40, but in the Bay, right? There's nothing
right.
bigger than E40.
Right, that's true.
He's the man. He's the king of the Bay.
That's true. That's true. Him and Too Short.
Wild
Too
Child.
Short.
It sounds like you have other artists that you would have put on there. That's really what this is about. Those aren't your four. So why don't you just tell us your four?
No, because I have to go back. I have to digress. You know what I'm saying? Because Blitz is right. Because like I'm not from the West, so I can't really speak on it. You know what I mean? It's like I know West Coast artists, right? But I don't know the impact that they actually
you know them
had.
from an East Coast perspective of who
exactly.
you like. Right?
That's
Not
right.
necessarily if you lived out there, who is the gods to them? You know what I'm saying? Like
who would you put on the East Coast?
On the East Coast Mt Rushmore?
Yeah.
Jay, Nas. I mean, if we're going back, see, I don't want to go too far back.
Big and Pun. Come on, just finish it. Jay,
No.
Wait, Alive.
Oh, we need a female.
No, we need
Alive. This is all live. Okay.
Alive.
All right.
Because they have to tour, right?
That's right.
I mean, it's holograms. There's always holograms, right?
Okay. No, because okay, that's good. Alive. So you guys who?
Jay and Nas for sure. Redman.
Red.
You putting Redman on there? Okay.
Yeah, I
Red and Meth.
Buster.
Ooh, I like Buster. Jay.
Buster,
Nas, Red, and Buster. That sounds ill. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Hey, everyone out there, put in the comments what your four would be: the East Coast or West Coast Rushmore. And if you're from somewhere else, give us your Rushmore from your location.
Yo, put the East Coast Mount Rushmore.
And listen, this is not your top 5,
right.
dead or alive thing. This is who do you want to see as a super group of the icons like tour together. Right
now, people that are around today.
Make an album together. I like this.
Right.
Yeah.
And once you do that, then press like and subscribe.
Exactly.
Maybe next week we'll read some of your comments.
You know what I'm saying? Hit the horn on that. All right, next up, I believe that's me. Here's somebody from the East Coast. I wouldn't actually put him on that, but I would. He gets honorable mention. Cassidy, right? So he's been making a lot of noise a few years now because he came back battling, right?
Okay.
And I think he came back. First person was Dizaster.
Yeah, that was his first.
That might be
He beat.
Shout out to PH because that was PH's first battle in the jumping back.
Yeah, shout out to PH. RIP.
By the way, he bodied Dizaster.
He did. He was the first. I have to say, P was the first to pull up an actual like YouTube clip number. He's like, check, the specific number, like 6 minutes, DVD. 42 seconds.
Exactly.
Don't think I don't know about your recycling lines against reverse live. That whole calm down, your heart already beat too fast segment. YouTube Crack City DVD preview part 2, 4 minutes and 56 seconds.
Like everybody lost their mind, and after that, the people started, they started biting.
But now, Blitz, were you also referring to Cassidy? Are you saying Cassidy body Dizaster?
No, absolutely not. I was talking about PH.
Okay.
Listen, guys, disclaimer: we're going to be talking about Pumpkinhead every chance we get because he is the 4th host of this show.
That's right.
That's why he's got this big mural behind me. Anyway,
that's what's up.
Word up. MCMI.
Shout out to the kids. Shout out to Raiden and Royce and Robbie.
Word.
Shout out to the kids. Shout out to Shantae.
So tell us what Cassidy's up to now.
Okay, so he's putting together, I don't know, man. He's like giving back to the culture, right? He's supposed to be putting together some type of battle league, maybe his own battle league, and it's different. I saw an interview. He was talking to Paperboy, right? And he was like, "Yo, he's gonna get like 10." It sounded interesting. He's gonna get like 10 captains. So he's gonna call people like Geechee Gotti and Daylight and Cassidy himself and a bunch of like other folks who are respected in the battle rap realm. But these are battle rappers. They're not going to compete. They're going to coach, right?
They're and I think coach a team, okay,
right. And so you got 10 teams, and then those teams, you buy into, like, you know, these lyricists that are out here, they buy into who they pick, who they want to, whose team they want to be on. So if I want to be on Daylight's team, if Blitz want to be on Geechee Gotti's team, if GMS want to be on Cassidy team, you know, shut up.
So it's like, Blitz, I'll be on Cassidy's team. I'm a big Cassidy fan.
I like Cassidy, man.
You're of his battles, of the way he battles in today's era, you think Cassidy, you're
yeah, and the way he battles has been developing. So I feel like he definitely killed Diz without any battle
new battle savvy
and stuff, right? He didn't have any of his techniques. He just spit rhymes. But then he slowly warmed up, and in between each battle, he adds another skill, another layer. So what we saw in the last battle, not to rehash that, but versus Hitman Holla, is now he's performing more and bringing out his charisma and his stage movements and acting everything out,
which aside
running things back and all of that, you know,
it's become, because now it's such more and more a sport in a performance as opposed to only
just rhymes.
Bars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's widening, the spectrum is widened to a broader audience who are not a collective like just lyricists.
Right. And you got to give him a few battles to get to that place, because he's from a different era that we're from, where you battle off the top in the street, sometimes over a beat, someone beatboxing.
That's another thing too.
Hold on, like, I'm not giving him nothing. Artists. I'm not giving him nothing, right? When PH came back, right? He came back and he was strong, right?
Right. So was Cassidy.
If you say so. I think that anybody that, first of all, that was a whole debacle with the Dizaster thing, because they had to battle twice, and it was a lot going on, right? But I think that anybody that loses to Cassidy right now, that is of, you know, if they're battling him, that means that they're kind of top tier of battle rap right now, right? And if they lose to Cassidy, I think that they're beating themselves. They didn't prepare enough, or they took it lightly or whatever. I think that people give Cassidy extra credit. I think that's what you're doing right now, is giving him credit. Like, you know, he's from a different era.
I'm giving him I was just giving him that credit. I understand what you're saying, but only in terms of that he first came out, and the first couple of battles, he just seemed to be spitting rhymes and not going all out. But now he's beyond that. So that, to me, that conversation's done, because Hitman Holla, look at the battle. I
don't think he's that
well-rounded battler.
I don't think he's that great.
Okay, so you have a preference, right? So
he won each of his rounds. He won his rounds.
I think he 3-0'd. He 3-0'd
by rhymes.
Sorry, Hitman. Sorry, Hitman. You got 3-0, bro.
Hitman.
It's not just me that says it. It's not just Blitz G that says it. You know, other folks saying it.
But even if he got 3-0'd, right? Could Hitman have done better? Or are you saying that there was no way he was beating Cassidy?
No. Everyone loses a battle, they beat themselves because they didn't do good in a round. But
here's the thing. About that. Hitman pulled out all the stunts. He pulled out all the stunts. And it wasn't like he didn't have dope, you know, punchlines or wordplay, or it was just his things wasn't landing. You know, and he brought out Nick Cannon. He brought out his brother. You know what I'm saying? He did the remix. He did all the stops. He pulled out all the stops.
They had the little fake scuffle on stage.
You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, right? And he lost.
Okay.
Yeah. But even though he didn't do well in his rounds, and that caused him to lose. That's what you're saying, Rod. And I think that's true of every battler. You beat yourself sometimes, because you either put up an awesome round or you don't. And now if your opponent puts up a great round and you didn't, you lost. But the opponent, which is Cassidy, still has to put up a great round, and Cassidy's rounds were great. So Hitman needed to also be great for them to either tie, or for it to be debatable whether he won or not. So Hitman wasn't great, but Cassidy did what he was supposed to do. And you know, I felt
I just felt
this
like
last
it
one he
wasn't-
was top tier. I felt the level.
Yeah, it wasn't debatable. It wasn't even debatable for me.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing, so you know, you guys did.
I
Okay.
think so. Cassidy's new battle league, if he starts it,
I don't know
haven't
what the
seen
name
this
of it
anywhere.
is. I didn't see any literature on it. I just watched, from the
So
horse's
he's
mouth,
gonna
so
have
to
he's
speak.
gonna have he's gonna have teams,
Yeah.
and there'll be high caliber coaches of
Right.
those teams, or
Right.
the main man that is like telling these people, okay, you setting up who on their team is going to battle who or whatever.
Exactly.
Sounds pretty
exactly.
dope. Sounds
Right,
pretty
right.
Yeah,
So
and
that-
and I think the grand prize is like 100 racks
Mm.
and production deal
Nice.
and like merchandise and all kinds of stuff
This
like that.
is what he's trying to set up. So we'll see if he gets backing and is able to pull it off. But it sounds like a dope idea. I really
I like it, man. I like
Sounded
it, and it's a little different from what's going on,
Yeah.
and if he stays true to what he's saying, it's going to be about bars.
Not for nothing, KOTD. KOTD did something like this, where they had, teams that were. I think they had the East Coast or West Coast and a Canadian, or and then they each one of these people had a main man, right? Like Organic had a team, and then
Lush.
I think maybe Lush had a team, and the other guy, I can't remember his name. Take that mirror down now.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Bishop Brigante.
Bishop. Yeah, so they all had teams, and they had a whole tournament thing. So it sounds kind of like that.
Right.
But I think that the Cassidy thing on the I hate to say it, but like the URL side of things, that street level of battle rap, it could go far.
I think that he basically got the idea from the Ultimate Fighter. So they had MMA guys who were established champions already, right? And then they became coaches, and they coached a team, and they did a whole, that was a TV show, but reality show. But basically, they chose people from the different teams, and they matched them up, and they fought each other.
Right.
So it's kind of that idea, but with battle rap, if you think about it.
We forgot about Ultimate Slaughter.
That's right. That's true. That's true. That's true.
We went to the finale.
Are you talking about
Total?
Wait, are you talking about Total Slaughter?
Total Slaughter.
Total Slaughter. Yeah.
Total Slaughter. Yeah. Well, but there wasn't coaches in teams.
Yes, there were.
There was?
Yeah, they were coached. Did they get coached? It was.
I believe there were coaches.
It was Joe.
No,
Joel.
No. Not Slaughterhouse, right? Total Slaughter was a TV show. Marv One was on it. I think.
Oh, okay. That's a whole different one then.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
It was a TV show, much like the UFC TV show, where they lived in a house and they got coached, and then they had to battle each other in the house, right? Same way on the UFC to get to the top, and at the end, what's his name got to battle Joe Budden and killed him because Joe killed himself. What's the guy's name?
Oh, you talking about Hollow?
Hollow, yeah.
And that's the Slaughterhouse people.
Well, Eminem was the executive producer of the show, and at that time, Slaughterhouse was on, the label on. So they named it after them to kind of get them,
right.
A boost,
some visibility and some
right.
boost.
So, and then all of them were on the show. Like I don't think they had. I don't think it was like Crooked had a team and this person had a team, but very very similar thing. To this. So it's not a new idea. It'll be interesting to see how Cassidy pulls it off.
Yeah, it feels like he expounded on those.
Well, he ain't do nothing
aspects.
yet. He just talking.
Right. It's an idea right now. Like one of my college professors in.
But he's not a fan of Cassidy.
No, I like his music. I just don't think that he belongs. I don't think he's that great in battle rap.
Right.
All right. Well, 2 to 3 out of HYDRA.
Right. Here's a question. Real briefly.
2 to 1. Sorry.
Sans the theatrics. Right? Take away the theatrics from the new style of battle rap, right?
Yeah.
Does he still make the cut?
I think that the way that Cassidy raps is dated. I think that his setups and the way he schemes is dated. I think that he has one style and can't get out and can't get himself out of that style, and I'm bored.
But you didn't finish watching the Hitman battle. So watch the rest of that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, right? Next up,
I believe that's me. I got some fight news. So talking about MMA and UFC, let's talk about boxing. We got some upcoming Legends boxing matches. File this under more shit, right? For legendary fighters. Will be fighting way past their primes in a few months. Now, it was originally rumored that it was going to be Tyson Holyfield, and I was so psyched to see that, right?
Right.
Again. Not because I cared one way or the other. I just wanted to see two older, out of their prime, former top level champions, world champions, go at it. You know, I want to see what
plus their history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, and of course, you know, the whole ear biting and everything. But that fell through. That something with the paperwork and the timing that just never panned out. And I guess Holyfield was not going to wait. He's like tired of waiting, so he's going to come out of retirement anyway. He's going to be fighting Kevin McBride. Do y'all know who Kevin McBride is?
Right. So the last fight Tyson had professionally, right, was
before
against
he
McBride.
Quit.
Yeah.
Right. And then he just said, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Basically Kevin McBride, he represented Ireland in the Olympics. So I guess he was supposed to be some great white hope against Tyson, but he fought Tyson out of his prime when he lost like 4 or 5 fights, and then he fought McBride. And Tyson basically said this: I realize I don't think I have it anymore. I don't have the stomach for this no more. I don't have that ferocity. I'm not that animal anymore. I'm not going to fight again. I'm not going to disrespect the sport by losing to these low caliber fighters, right? That's basically what he says. Now, McBride right. And you can see it. This is an after the fight interview, like right after the loss, they're asking him, what are you going to do from here? And this is what he said.
Right.
And then he didn't fight again after that.
Right.
McBride is a giant. Like, he has size. He was considered a mediocre fighter, even though he has a great record, because they say he fought bums. Right, he didn't fight top tier fighters, but he did win all his fights.
Right, he's cherry picking.
And he's just a big dude. He's 6'6" and almost 300 pounds, 298. Wow. So he's a strong man, basically. Now, when he fought Holyfield is big. He's 6'2", 226. He's considered big against Tyson, right?
Right.
But Holyfield is actually going to be the little guy in this fight versus McBride. He's going to be looking up to him. So that's
Lennox is taller than Holyfield, isn't he?
I think Lennox is 6'5" or 6'2". He's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah,
he's tall. He's definitely taller than me.
Yeah. Put in the comments if we're wrong. Like, he's 6'3" and a half. Y'all don't know
who's the taller? Like, who's tallest? Like, I know because amongst the top 3 now. So we got Deontay, who lost to Fury. Fury was tall. He's taller than Deontay, and Anthony Joshua is tall too.
We talking about the old boxers. You talking about current boxers?
I don't know. I was just asking. I'm just talking.
Anyway, I don't think height, has a lot to deal with it, but it does give you a length of reach, and weight. Definitely, that's why there's weight classes, because weight makes a big difference in fighting.
I think it does have something to do with it, but it's not the skill thing. It's just like how far is my fist from my body when I punch you.
Yeah, it's all about proximity, right? So it's the reach, right? And if you fight tall, right? Or if you that's a whole boxing thing. I'll talk to you about that later.
Now, these are both big, strong dudes. I mean, Holyfield's strong, right? Now, being that they're all older, all the Legends fighters, some of that skill might have faded. They can't move as fast, but they're still big dudes.
Yo, fam, in the past 10 years, have you seen Holyfield talk? He should not be fighting anyone.
Yeah, he shouldn't be fighting. And plus, he's got like cardio, rhythm of the night, something like that.
His brain is so shook up. I'm sure he had, he's had like a billion concussions. He should not be fighting anyone. He can't even speak straight.
Yo, man, I love Holyfield, but I don't want to see him in the ring.
Well, Holyfield took the McBride fight. I mean, do you feel that way about Tyson? Tyson has told TMZ that he will be fighting Lennox Lewis. That is his next fight, and it's in September.
Yeah, I don't feel that way about Tyson. Tyson is very lucid. Doesn't seem like he's lost anything. In fact, he seems super sharp.
Yeah, he's durable.
But his podcast is very.
But Lennox Lewis is younger than him. And you know,
He's out
depending
of shape.
who's out of shape. Linux.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. But depending on what the rules are, if the rules are, you know, it could go bad. All of these fights, right? It seems like there is a different level of danger to them, right? Because they're so old and
Yeah, it's added.
yeah. So you know, I don't know if they're going to be wearing headgear. Is there no knockout punches? You know, that type of BS. Like,
I don't think Tyson has that. It can't.
Well, when
Hey,
Tyson
punch
fought
soft,
Roy Jones, they opted out of the headgear.
Yeah, but originally they had said that they was going to have that, and it was a no knockout rule, right?
Yeah. Then they totally changed all of
it.
that.
Yeah.
When you're older and you've got an ego and you were a world champion and you might get hurt, you could actually die. How are you going to tell them, oh, just punch medium, don't punch super hard, no knockout? No, you're going to be like, I don't want to die. I'm punching this as hard as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How can you control it? That's like telling a battle rapper, listen, don't say anything bad about his mother or his girlfriend. That's off limits. And no cursing. Don't use bad words. Just say medium.
By the way, no biting.
That's in the contract.
That sounds like a proper rule, right? But
word. So look, last time they fought,
don't hit him as hard as you can. Don't
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Last time they fought, Tyson knocked down Lewis twice before he got knocked out. And when he got knocked out, I mean, he got up on the 11th or 12th second. Like he got knocked out, but he knocked down Lewis twice. So that was a very good matchup, even though he lost. You know, it's not like Lewis cleaned his clock.
Yeah.
It was a really good fight. I went back and watched that fight again. That was a good fight. So, you know, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win? Do you guys have a dog in this fight?
I like Tyson for this one.
I'm always rooting for Tyson.
I like Tyson for this one because he's been active.
Yeah. I think after the last fight, the Roy Jones fight, right? He was like, "Ooh, I could really do this. I'm getting into this, right?" So I think that he might have a leg up in terms of training.
Yeah. You saw Jones was winded too.
Yeah.
Jones was like, "Oh, I don't know about this."
and I think that he felt friendly towards Jones, so he might, you know, subconsciously he might have been holding back a little bit. I don't think
they were both cool with each other. They like respected each other.
I don't think he has that for Lennox Lewis, so you know, I don't think he'll be holding back any. Like, you know, I think the switch is on for him. Hopefully, I want to see Tyson do well.
Right.
I'm excited about that.
Word. We haven't heard from the Lewis camp that they definitely signed a deal, but that, you know, I hope that goes down. Now that's the Legends League. That's Tyson.
I'm calling Lewis camp right now. Hold on.
Hit him up.
And that's on Triller too, right? Because the Roy Jones Tyson fight was on Triller.
It was.
So I think this one goes that way too, and it'll be interesting to see what they do a lot of concert stuff or rap stuff in between.
Right. They got the verses
cards and stuff. Well, they do have verses. It'll be interesting now that they have verses if they intertwine these boxing things. With
So there was a rap performance before the Tyson Jones fight, right?
Yeah, there was quite a few. There was a couple of them.
I can't remember. It wasn't memorable to me. I don't know. Type it in, y'all.
So listen, fellas, we can't go out of the fight segment without talking about another legend, not in the Legends League, but Money Mayweather.
Gotcha.
He's going to fight a YouTuber, as you guys know, Logan Paul. Now, correct me if I got the details.
Is it Logan? It's Logan, right? Not Jake. It's Logan.
Right. And that's what's confusing because he's fighting Logan, but at the face-off, he got into a fight with Jake, right? So this is what happened. Basically, so they were at the face-off, and I guess Mayweather's been talking this stuff like, I don't care, I'll fight both of y'all on the same night. I'll beat one and beat the other. I don't even need a break. Like he's like, y'all not in this level of tier or whatever. So and I agree with them. I really think he could. But at the press conference, at some point, Jake got up in his face, and they were nose to nose. It wasn't like on stage the face off with Logan. It was like a little side thing.
He interrupted,
but of course, his cameras.
Mayweather, as he was like, you know, he was, you know, for the camera. He was like, oh yeah, you know, boom, boom, boom. And somebody asked, you know, do you really think you could take both of them on and say, like, he was like, absolutely, absolutely. And then homeboy walks over. Go ahead.
So now Jake is in his face. He's like, well, like, yeah, and he's talking back and blah, blah, blah. Now Mayweather got a white hat on, right? So Mayweather's talking to him and they're going back and forth. And then and Mayweather says something. Then he goes, oh yeah, well, I got your hat. And he snatched his hat off his head, turned around and ran away. But
he got like 4 steps before the long arm of one of his
security.
So he runs away and everybody piles on. So now they're scuffling. Now, what I heard, it's hard to see on the footage. We'll throw something up so people can look at it themselves. But Mayweather kind of got him in a yoke, in a headlock. And then security was trying to,
like, don't play with me.
Some security, probably Mayweather's people's security, was trying to like throw little shots, and other security worked for the place. We're like, break it up. We're going to call the cops, break it up.
Yeah,
you know, trying to really break it up. But he got busted up. I think he got a black eye. And
yeah, he had a cut on his nose. He shouldn't have did it.
And then
but, you know, it was
he
good,
said
it was
a
good for
setup.
publicity.
So, well, he said it. He said that he was going to take, he
put up a clip.
Yeah.
Really? And now, after the fact, he got a tattoo on his leg of a hat, and it says "Gotcha hat." So that, and he showed that on social media. So this is fight hype, basically.
I mean, but it's their life, right? This is what Logan and Jake were doing before they even started fighting. They were
professional trolls.
Like, they were professional trolls. So he's just trolling, and it's working because, you know, his brother and Mayweather are getting paid a ton of money to do this fight. Right. Mayweather, you know, people are like, why are you doing this? You're ruining your legacy, fighting these clowns. You're making it a circus, and, you know, disrespecting the boxing,
the culture,
you know, world, right? But he's like, yeah, I am all those things, but I'm retired, and I can beat any of these clowns. So why not take the $100 million? It's $100 million.
It's $100 million.
Dollars.
Now,
hit the horn for that $100 million.
Basically, Michael Jai White, it was recently, this just dropped, you know, a day or two ago, a Vlad TV interview. You know, he always goes on Vlad.
I saw that.
He said that he's trained with him. He's been in the gym with him. Now, Vlad clarified. Vlad said, did you spar with him? He said, no, we didn't spar. I'm not saying that. But I saw him training and we worked together. I gave him some pointers. I was coaching him a little bit. And in my opinion, he will not lay a glove on Mayweather. He's not going to have the speed to catch Mayweather. He's just not going to be able to do it, let alone hurt him badly or knock him out or anything like that.
Right.
This is facts.
But right, for me, the reach. He's so much taller. He has such a longer reach. So yeah, he might not be able to, but if he does, right, or if he can keep his arm out and keep Mayweather away from him, right, and Mayweather can't hit him, that's an advantage, right? And if he gets one good punch in, and he keeps Mayweather at bay because Mayweather can't get in, then, you know, that's a problem. But
the thing I like about Floyd though is he's faced people taller than him, you know, bigger than him, stronger than him, and he always is able to give him different looks.
True.
So he can fight tall, right? Or he can sit on his punches, right? He can widen his legs. You know what I'm saying? He's got that Philly shell, right? He's got all of this. He's got too many tools. He's got ring knowledge, and he's got speed, you know, and he's got power. So
you can only hit a person if you can hit
Logan. And
bottom line,
it's Logan, right? He's got a puncher's chance. He's got a puncher's chance. He's got a puncher's chance, but he is no way. It's not. I mean, he's not even anywhere near that level.
I think Logan wants to win, right? But if he doesn't win, he doesn't care. Because
he don't care.
Paid to fight somebody that it can be labeled the greatest fighter of all time.
Right. He's gonna be like, Grandpa, did you get your ass beat by Mayweather? Yes, I sure did. I got $400 million. That's what you owe to the best schools.
That's right. Yeah, man.
It's kind of like Conor McGregor when he fought Mayweather. I mean, he went 10 rounds at least. He lost. He got respect for having stamina to go for, and then he did gas out at the end. If Paul can stay in the ring and not lose in the third round or second round, if he can go the distance and do okay.
The caveat though was
get some respect for lasting.
Mayweather carried him.
Who?
He carried him.
Which fight?
He took him 10 rounds.
Oh, Conor. Okay.
He took Conor 10 rounds.
You're saying he didn't obliterate him. He gave him time.
He carried him. You know what I'm saying? He gave people the show. It wasn't like, you know, and if
he may do that on this fight,
he's going to. Of course he's going to. Of us, because he's got the potential to make another 100 million with somebody else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He did it with Pacquiao. He did it with Conor. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do it. He's going to keep carrying these people.
I think
people going to pay.
Yeah. I think Mayweather 100% absolutely doesn't want to lose his record, whether it's professional or you know, this, you know, whatever you want to call it. I think he 1,000,000,000% wants to, like, you know, kill this guy and win. But if he doesn't, right, he has the out to go, I didn't really take this seriously. It was a cash grab. I don't care about this. This ain't boxing. This is, you know, XYZ.
Exhibition match.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think his ego, his personality could take, you know, even for that money. I don't.
You say that, but then he'll be like, "Yeah, I lost, but did I?" And then he'll pull out a bunch of Louis bags with all the cash in it and be like, "I always win, no matter what. I always win." Trust me, he's a troll too. You know what I'm saying? So
he is.
If he loses, he's going to try to, at the very least.
You guys remember when we was in Vegas and you guys came to see me in Vegas and we went to Dre's, and Mayweather was there with his people.
I don't remember that. I remember seeing a Tyson fight in Vegas. I don't remember the Mayweather.
I remember that one too. I think he was fighting. That was way back, G. I think he was fighting Tommy Gunn. When
we were in Vegas.
We was in Vegas. We was at the MGM. I was doing stuff for the Magic convention.
Is Tommy Gunn white? Is Tommy Gunn white?
Yeah,
you Tommy Morrison, right?
It wasn't him. It was a black fighter that I saw Tyson fight. But and it was a first round knockout. It was almost a first punch knockout. It was a disappointing fight.
Right. You guys. And another Vegas, time we saw Zab Judah.
You know, your memory of what happened, you know, deteriorates over time.
I was out there again for Magic, and we went to a club, and one of my friends went over to Zab Judah's table, right? And I was at the bar, and I'm at the bar chilling, talking to this girl that was there. I was doing, like, you know, stuff for the Magic convention, and this huge man, right? This huge man starts walking over to me, to the bar, right? But I'm talking to this girl, whatever. But he's walking to talk to this girl, and I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, it was Suge Knight." Right. Okay. So he's like, so he goes over to the girl. He's like, "Hey, what's up? Whatever." She apparently knows Suge Knight, right?
So I was like, "Oh, thank you." Exit stage left.
So anyway, Zab Judah's at his table, right? And me and my friends are like, so one guy that knows Zab, because, you know, we all from Brooklyn, goes over to Zab's table, and we're like, "Yo, I'm not going over there. Like, you know, we'll get our own table, or we'll just, you know, chill on the dance floor, whatever it is," right? But one guy decided to go over to Zab's table, and apparently he might have said something to one of the girls that Zab was with, and Zab didn't like it, and it just went bad. I'm not going to get into I'm not going to get into specifics, because this dude is very cool, and I don't want to put his business out there, but it went bad, and we didn't see him until the next day. When he,
yo, fellas, I got two questions for y'all about this whole boxing thing, and then we gonna get back into hip hop. But is it me, or does anyone notice the similarities between these boxing face-offs and the battle rap face-offs? Because to me, the whole thing with Mayweather and Jake Paul and Logan Paul reminded me of the Cassidy Hitman Holla face-off. First of all, they get these people there to talk trash about each other and get people hyped to want to see them fight. And then some kind of street aspect. Oh, there was a little fight, unofficial, and, you know,
it's a template, right?
Right, because that's what, remember,
that model.
In the Cassidy Hitman face-off, you know, they kept getting more and more street, and then Hitman Holla like walked off. He felt like someone was going to jump him. He went and got his backpack, act like he had a heater in there, like, "Yo, I'll air this whole place out," you know. And then they had everyone, "Yo, break it up. And it's kind of like, it's a theatrical. And then they said later, they're geniuses because they know how to sell the fight. And that's what the boxers do on these face-offs. And it's the
You
same
have
thing.
to. You have to. It's what they do in boxing. It's what they do in wrestling. It's what we do in hip hop. It's
Right.
all, you know. It's the theatrics of it all gets the audience hyped to see what's going to happen. Like you have something to talk about until you have something to talk about, right? Like
Right.
it's that lead up that makes you really want to watch it. So for sure, it's all the same. It's all. And sometimes it's real, right? Or sometimes people hype themselves up to make something real or to make a spectacle.
Sometimes it's
of it,
reality
like a
TV.
spectacle.
Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's reality TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So my second question, though, more serious, is do you think that this type of thing, that these face-offs and the whole idea of like a world champion like Mayweather fighting a YouTube troll blogger,
Right.
dude, or even just fighting new up-and-coming young no-name boxers or fighters, is it bad for the sport of boxing?
I think as Blitz was talking about earlier, he's retired. You know, it'd be different if he still was, in the organizations, right?
Yeah,
If he was
yeah.
in WBO, IBF, or whatever those leagues. But he's retired. He's like retired, and he can come out and do these exhibitions because that's what it is an exhibition.
Right. And
Right,
the same
instead
thing
of-
with the Legends fights, though. And I'm just saying, is all this good? Is the good that more people are going to see boxing that didn't normally tune into every fight, but now they're like, oh, what's this drama, celebrity stuff going on? TMZ's reporting on it. Now they want to watch the fight. Or is it bad because it's cheapening the actual sport and the skill and what's going on in the game of boxing? You know what I mean? Making
It's a novelty. It's a sidebar from what's going on because there's some really good fights that's coming up. Like Canelo is fighting, right? Some really good fights coming up, man.
Yeah.
So it's just a sidebar.
I look at it as a separate thing, but that's me, right? I don't think it hurts boxing. I think boxing is hurting boxing because they're not doing enough to put the sport at the forefront right now. So because of that, the clown shows like this get to shine because boxing is not doing enough to make sure that their sport is being watched enough or viewed
It's
enough.
the promoters' fault. It's the promoters because they're not, you know what I mean? They're making those fights, who are like.
I mean,
they're
they
not
did
making
this
the
back
fights
in
that
the days
people
of
want to
Muhammad
see.
Ali. They did this in the Ali era with Don King and promoting and Thriller Manila. And they always had some kind of good guy, bad guy, or beef, or this guy represents the Black Power movement and this guy's a sellout or whatever it is. It was always like,
you can't
the drama
you
and the antics. Sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like boxing waits too long to introduce the layman, the audience that's not like that doesn't follow boxing all the time, to the fighters that they think are going to become great fighters, right? As soon as you find the talent, you should be showing us that talent somewhere, right? Whether it be on Instagram or Facebook or a Netflix show, something that makes me care about these fighters, whether they win or lose, so that they have somebody to champion later on when they do get that title fight. They're not doing enough to make you care about the fighters because there's a lot of fighters that I think are great that I don't care because I don't know them well enough. You know what I mean?
Right. So like if you're a enthusiast, right, then you'll care. You know what I mean? But if you're like like folks who don't watch it, you know what I mean? I got what you're saying, Rod.
Yeah.
Most stuff. Speaking of antics, I got the classic. Rod, you made these for us.
MCMI. Yeah. I think
MCMI
before we
joints.
even started like really selling most of our merch and shirts and stuff, we had those made up.
Right. But that's not even what I'm here. I'm not even gonna give you that. Man, later for that. Hold on a second. Y'all
What you
ain't
doing,
ready.
G? What you doing?
Oh, that's a
what I'm
nice
saying?
one, G. I like it.
Hold on. Yeah.
Do the intro over.
Wait,
man. Stop.
hold on.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute.
How many shirts you got on?
No,
man?
I'm not. I don't have nothing. I just was watching. Shout out to Loaded Lux, man. Him versus Charlie Clips, and then he kept taking it off, and then he had another one.
I was gonna write. I got a marker here. I was gonna.
MCMI.
I have my shirt. It's in the laundry. It's in the laundry.
Yeah. We'll have.
I rock the shirts, but I don't have to because I got the tab.
MCMI.
That's right. Yo, incidentally, right? We're gonna put the link down. Like, we got crazy apparel.
Yes.
Blitz is a phenomenal graphic artist, designer. He's put everything together. So check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You can have any type of shirt, any hoodie, all kinds of merchandise is on the website.
Exactly.
Check it out.
So we're actually redoing the store. So when you go up there, some of the older designs aren't up yet, but they're going to come back, and the new designs are fire.
See, I'm gonna make sure the one that you got on is up. A pin sword. The FTP, for the police that I had on last week.
You didn't have that
That'll be up there. I got a bunch of Sixers merch up there. The level shirt will be up there.
Word up.
Nice.
We'll have some different things up there when you guys check this out.
Word up. MCMIReport.com. So Keith, what
shout
else
out to Blitz. So next up, I believe that's me. Just some new music.
He threw it to himself. What did you see this guy over here?
You know what I'm saying? That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how I do things. That's how I do it things. New music. Blitz's favorite producer.
Yeah.
Knots.
Yeah.
He's got something coming out. From his album, his forthcoming album is coming out called The Future is Female. Shout outs to Soulflower. She's on that project.
Yeah, she is. Queen Heroine is on there.
Shout outs to Queen Heroine.
Yo, Heroine from the Juggernauts, she is on there. And in fact, when we were doing the Sixers project, right, that is produced by Knots, and we were picking beats, there was this one beat I wanted so bad, right? I was like, yo, I have to have this beat.
Right.
And then Knots came back and was like, nah, you can't have that one. Somebody's got it already. Oh. And then somewhere I heard a little snippet of it. I think Knots was driving around playing it in his car, right? Yo, it's coming,
And that somebody was
Queen Heroine. Yeah. She had my track. So I texted. I was like, "Oh, you got my beat. I'm so mad."
Well, at least it's coming out on Knots' project.
Oh, for sure.
So it was actually him. It was actually Knots. He was like, "No, I'm taking this."
And maybe because I know both of them, they can be a remix.
But yo, big up to Knots for that concept. That's a great idea. Facts. There's a lot of really dope female MCs. And
So on this one in particular, leading into what you're saying, G, is Rhapsody, Key Turner, Digger, first name Rashia, she's on it. Yeah. Nikki Greer's on it. You know what I mean? So it's called Black Woman.
Yeah, it's fire, super fire.
It is banging fire. It is. But we should do a listening, a first listen. If you haven't heard it, G, we should do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up,
I believe that's me. So we got a legends team up. So we talked about the boxing legends. Well, we got two hip hop legends, Jay-Z and Nas, teaming up on DJ Khaled's album, and they got this joint out called "Sorry Not Sorry," and it's got James Fauntleroy, my bad, and harmonies by The Hive. Now. I'm sure one of y'all know more about this. What's The Hive? But don't answer me that yet. It's out on Khaled's album, which is called Khaled.
That's his name.
Yeah, but okay, just
that's
Khaled.
His name.
Khaled. First name, last name. Okay.
Yeah, that's his name.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just thought that was his DJ name.
I was
Khaled.
today years old when I found
now
out.
I don't know, and maybe you guys know. If not, we could pull up a quick Google search. Who produced this joint? Who made the beat on it? I'm not positive.
I don't know.
But now when I listened to it, when it first came on, I literally went to YouTube and looked up Song Cry because I was like, the vibe of this beat, it's like they did a Song Cry remix.
Right.
But it was the tempo's a little different. I think Song Cry is a little faster, but it's got that mournful style.
The vibe. The vibe is Song Cry.
Yeah, right. Definitely. And me personally, I liked Jay's verse. but it wasn't amazing, but it was good. But it wasn't like, oh, the most amazing verse for Jay. Because remember, when you're on that level, you're competing with yourself and all the dope shit you've always done. I didn't really like Nas' verse, and some people are gonna hate on me in the comments for this. I'm not saying I don't like Nas. I didn't like this verse. There was one or two lines I was like, oh yeah, that was cool. But then a lot of lines I was just waiting for something to happen, and there was no energy. Nothing was getting me hype. You know, it was kind of, overall the song to me is Eiht to Death.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of it?
Okay, Keith.
Yeah. I could take it or leave it. It wasn't like it was a purposeful song. You know what I mean? And it brought those two together. You know, they were beefing before.
Again, I mean, they've done songs before together.
They've done songs before, but this is like grown man. They on that grown man ish right now. You know, and it's like these both of them are probably billionaires, right? Isn't Nas a billionaire now?
No, Nas is not a billionaire yet.
I'm sure he's getting up there though.
Nah, because I don't know, my brother. I disagree, homeboy. I disagree.
Quick Google search.
He's not a billionaire.
He's got a lot of money.
He does.
Because of
he invests a lot. He does a lot of investments.
Man, well, I don't know if these sites are right. Celebrity net worth, because I always wonder, like, who gives him this information? I think they could be wrong.
First of all, no, they're not. But you could say the numbers. But they're not right.
But they said one site says 70 million. One site says only 70 million. I think that's low. I feel like he has way more than 100 million.
I think that's old. You know, even.
Oh, that's 2020. That's 2020.
So, you know, if we count in the $100 million deal he just had with Coinbase, which he, you know, talked about.
Right, that just happened.
Right.
You know,
right.
So 170 now. He's up.
Still, that's nowhere near Jay's on this actual list, which is what, G.
Right.
Jay? Oh, I'm not even looking at him right now.
I did a Google search last week, right? And I just and it was like net worth. Then I was like,
you put in yours?
My name.
How much?
And Google said,
what does it say?
Who? No, but check this out. Because I had to say who, right? I had to say who because it came back.
And you had money?
14 million.
Oh, snap. 14
million. I was like, you sure you talking about Keith? brown complected Aquarius. You talking about?
But you know what? There's some royal family members with your name. Because every time I search Keith Middleton, I get Kate Middleton, right? And maybe there's a Keith in the family. Maybe there's a Keith Middleton out there that's worth 14
You know, Kate is actually related. She used to live in Brooklyn. She don't call.
Oh, wow. So I was going to say, if that is the case, I was about to say, if that's true, you should be calling them up. Like, hey, I'm related to you, you know.
I know. She all Sadiddy now. That's what's up.
Wow.
So,
yeah, go ahead. Oh, anyway, I don't think
thoughts on the song.
Their net worth is anywhere in the same ballpark yet. I think, you know, Jay's got them by quite a few hundreds of millions.
But I think once you're over $100 million, which I know Nas is, it doesn't matter anymore. Between 100 million and a billion, you're done. You're not gonna ever be homeless. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think that's what they worry about anymore, though. They don't worry about being homeless. There's other, you know, there's always a worry. But anyway.
Anyway, what about the song though, Rod?
Me? Yeah. First of all, you were right. The song cry vibe, I got that automatically. You know, I think it feels like Khaled got the beat and then decided, yo, let me get Jay on here. And then he was like, yo, what if I get Nas on here too? Right. And then he called them up and they was like, yeah, I got a couple minutes. And then they wrote a rhyme and sent it to him. Right. It's like you said, it's Eiht to Death. It's not great. If you have two of the people that are supposed to be on East Coast or hip hop in general's Mount Rushmore, right? I want a phenomenal song. And I think that a lot of times when I write, right, if I'm forced to rhyme on a beat that is lackluster, then it's going to show in what I write a lot of times because I'm not motivated to write better. So it feels like they were unmotivated. It's like, you know, Khaled was like, yo, write some grown man raps about, you know, financial literacy and blah, blah, blah. And they was like, all right, cool. But I also believe that Jay can rap on any type of beat, and that may be why you like Jay's verse better than Nas, because Nas always sounds better on a more up tempo beat. He needs energy behind his words in order for you to like kind of like really like it. At least for me, I don't like him on
that's a very interesting
slower
point.
beats.
No, you're right, because it's like his voice, his presentation isn't as dynamic as Jigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it could be like you said, we don't know, but maybe the beat first was picked with Jay-Z in mind, and then Nas has added to it. If Nas had gone and looked through some beats, he might not have chose that, but we don't know. I'm curious when Khaled puts these things together, because that's really what his producing is. His gift is finding the people that would match well on a song and with the beat and a hook and stuff like that, and then getting them to produce it together in the studio. Does he send everyone the beat, and if everyone likes it, because that's what we do, right? When we collab, we send it around. Do you like this beat? You want to?
There are a ton of people that like this song because of the messaging, right? Because, you know, they're talking to me because I care about, you know, financial literacy and leveling up and getting money and blah, blah, blah. Which is cool. I totally agree with that, right? I own Coinbase. I own, you know, all of these cryptos. I invest in stocks and you know, look at the stock market every day. But I still want to hear great bars over a dope beat, right? And it wasn't great bars. They were good bars. And the beat was like, I could take it or leave it, you know? So
Next up,
I believe that's me. So there is an artist that I have been following on Instagram for quite a while. And this artist puts up little clips of rapping all the time, and is super dope. She's super dope. Female rapper named Lady London, and she nowhere near gets the props that she deserves. I don't know if she's trying to stay independent or she's just trying to build her buzz to get to, you know, I'm sure she has a game plan, because she's a super smart woman. You could hear it in her bars, but she's an MC, yo. She's super nice. So anyway, she just put out a new single called Money Over. And it's fire. But if you go and watch that video, I also suggest you follow her on Instagram and just, you know, go through and listen to her rhyming, because she's super nice and she definitely deserves to get more notoriety and be seen.
And this is what's great about the show. You bring new music to the forefront that maybe someone else hasn't heard of, and now you're expanding our horizons as well as helping out, you know, new artists that are on a come up.
Yeah, I definitely will check out. I haven't seen her on my radar, but yeah, definitely. Thank you. That's what's up.
I have another one today, which is a new song and video by one of our fam, Kosha Dills. The new joint is called Solo, and it features Gangsta Boo. Kosha Dills, for those that don't know, he's a Jewish rapper. He raps in Spanish, English, and Hebrew. He always writes songs and talks about being Jewish, right? That's his shtick, his thing, you know, pun intended. You don't think of him as being gangster, so you're like, why is he on a song with someone with the name Gangsta Boo? But they actually collaborated before. They have a song called Where My Homies Be, and I went and looked that one up because I was like, oh, he has a song with Gangsta Boo already, and that one was pretty much fire too. So I think like he's doing really well with partnering with Gangsta Boo.
I mean, Gangsta Boo is from 3 6 Mafia, right? So I wonder how Kosha Dills, like, you know, wound up in the same
realm,
realm of a 3 6 Mafia member, you know.
Well, that's Kosha Dill's specialty. He travels all the time and he networks. He will go to a big stadium and set up a boombox outside and freestyle until he gets noticed. And then he will meet up with, you know, these huge people. He has a cipher with DMX. You can go on YouTube. And DMX is literally trading rhymes with him, going back and forth. It's really dope, by the way. You go, if DMX fans, go check that out. It's fire. But yeah, that's what he does. He's gone on tour with RZA, I believe. And, you know, he met RZA somewhere, either a session, an event where they were introduced, and then he gets people excited about doing a song with him. And he's got a lot of collabs with people that's unexpected, because if you listen to his catalog, you know he's got songs with Matisyahu and he's got all his solo stuff, and he has a certain vibe.
He got a song with Netanyahu.
No. No. The Jewish reggae rapper, you know, Modest Yahoo. But
Boom.
I don't know. Don't encourage him. No horns on that one. But check out the new song called Solo, which I don't know why he called it solo, and then he has it's a duo. But anyway, it's a dope song. I actually like the beat. It sounds like he put his style into what Gangsta Boo does. When you listen to his verse, you're like, oh, he's really riding his beat in a different way than his normal flow. And then when she rhymes, you're like, oh, he kind of rhymed. He kind of went to her lane for this joint. It's really dope though. I appreciated it. And if any of you out there don't know Coach Dills, his last drop is hilarious. It's not brand new. It's maybe 2-3 months ago. He did a remix of the 10 Crack Commandments. Did y'all hear it?
No.
It's called the 10 Bagel Commandments.
Now, you know what? No, you know what? I actually did hear the 10 Bagel Commandments, but it's very funny.
And then he made a video, and he's going into bagel stores and eating bagels and just rapping about everything bagels. It's hilarious. He does funny stuff. Like, for instance, he recently, as a publicity stunt, he dressed up as Moses. Yeah, as Moses. He hired a woman to dress up as a pharaoh. They put these boxes out in somewhere, I think 14th Street, Union Square, or something like that. And they battle rapped each other. So, you know, like they do those YouTube videos.
He's Weird Al Yankovic.
Great battle raps in history.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just one that he did this time. Other times he does other things. A lot of his songs are funny.
Yeah.
His song, I think it's called Bow Wow, was featured in a Budweiser commercial in the Super Bowl a few years ago. He got a lot of light from that. But all of his songs aren't funny. He's got he songs and bars records too. But
he can rap. I think he just he has fun with it. He just likes to have fun with it and do different things to spice things up and get seen more. Right. So I'm not mad at that.
Right. And he also talks about struggling with addiction when he was younger and regular life problems. But anyway, go check out if you just want to see something. He actually has good bars on that joint, 10 Bagel Commandments too. It's funny, but it's also like, oh, he's kind of killing the flow at the same time. But I warn you, if you're low carbing it right now, when you watch this video, you're going to want a bagel. As soon as I watched it, I left my job on lunch. I went to the bagel store in the neighborhood. I got I got a pumpernickel everything, because they have really nice bagels there, and cream cheese. And it's gonna mess your diet up if you're.
What's your favorite bagel? What's your favorite bagel?
Not pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel everythll So
I'm not pumpernickeling anything.
Pumpernickel everything though.
I'll take a whole wheat everything. That's a good bagel. I like everything bagels for sure.
I like cinnamon raisin.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my joint in high school. I used to eat cinnamon raisin with cream cheese.
Hot cinnamon raisin. I don't like cream cheese, y'all.
Keith likes anything with sugar in it.
What you put on your bagel, Keith? Jelly? What do you put? Jelly?
No, on the raisin, the cinnamon raisin was just butter.
Yo,
but it had to be hot.
Let me tell y'all something, right? I can't eat spaghetti with Keith because he pours sugar on his spaghetti sauce.
I do not. I'm in Italy right now. That's sacrilege.
All these Italians.
Yo, I made a pizza last night, but it was banging. Next up.
I believe that's me.
What you got?
So at the same time that everybody was wondering what this new song coming out of TDE was, right? J. Cole decided to pull his nuts out and be like, yo, I'm dropping a single too.
Hey, yo.
J. Cole nuts. So anyway, he has a new album coming out called The Off Season. I think it comes out next Friday, but by the time you see this, it'll probably be this Friday or later. But he put out a single called the Interlude, which I'm sure is on the Off Season album. It's really dope. I think it's fire. It's short, but most songs nowadays are shorter, and it definitely sounds like something that people are going to go back and listen to rewind and catch all the lyrics, right? he talks about a lot of things, and you know, J. Cole gets deep all the time. It seems like in his lyrics, and this one is no different. It's fire. Check it out. It's called The Interlude, and he has the album Off Season coming soon.
That's dope. I'm gonna definitely check that out. What was the name of the little thing that you came with? It's Interlude, right?
Yeah, it's called Interlude.
That's what you said?
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna check that out.
But it does have lyrics on it. It's not like a musical interlude. Is that a full song?
True.
It's a song, yeah.
Is there a video for that?
Nah, there's no video yet. It's just the song. He just put it out.
All right. So I'm gonna definitely check out J. Cole. I'm looking forward to that. The Interlude was dope. But we got some music too. And this is probably my favorite endeavor that came out recently. Happens to be my younger brother, Blitz.
Who, me?
Yes. I love this project. You already know. I love this project. It's an EP that he joined forces with another Plague member. Shout out to the Plague. The Bad Seed, Nicolas Cage. And those two came together. And Rod, everybody doesn't know anything about this, but just to put y'all on, we're all Aquarius.
Right.
Which is really ironic. I was born on, G was born on the 25th of January.
Right.
I was born on February 3rd. Blitz was born on February 6th.
And Bad Seed was also born on February 6th.
That's right.
So they have the same birthday.
Right. That's what you got.
In fact, if y'all don't know, Bad Seed has this imprint called Sixth Man Entertainment, and he used to do a show on Blog Talk Radio called Six Man Radio. And that's what the sixth man is. Sometimes he would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth man, like a basketball reference, like the sixth man in a game. It does mean that, but it's the sixth man, February 6th man.
Yeah. So it's, that's a little sidebar. We're all Aquarii, right? So,
we got fancy Aquarii.
I know.
Yeah. So
I didn't know how to say that. Oh,
I'm saying,
nice.
Okay. So, but these guys put out this endeavor, and not only are the two MCs like crazy and phenomenal, right? But the whole project is produced by my favorite producer, Knots.
Word.
Shout out to Knots. Hit the So Knots put this thing together with these guys, and it is banging. You guys got to check it out. The first single they dropped was La Bamba.
La 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 bamba.
So Ryan, you want to talk to us about La Bamba?
No.
Who did the video though? That's important. Tell about the video, guys.
Yeah, man. We put together this project. I'll just talk about the single La Bamba. It was the first beat we got for the project, and it came together really quickly. It's very, very fluid process of putting this song together. Seed heard the beat, and he had an idea for the hook, and then I had an idea for the hook, and we just combined those two pieces together to come up with this, new thing where, we're screaming the La Bamba, and then we've got this, cut up sample from MOP, and then C was like, yo, who can we get to do this to cut it up? And we was like, yo, let's get Eclipse, right? So we got DJ Eclipse to cut it up.
Nice.
And he killed it. So that's a super dope feature to have on.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Eclipse. Hit the horn for him.
If y'all listen to hip hop, this is like a star-studded. I mean, not me, but Seed and Knots.
Nah, definitely you, bro. Definitely you.
So anyway, we wanted to make this one pretty big, but Seed and me were in different cities, and because of COVID, it made it really hard to shoot videos or anything. So Wild Child had a animated video that he had done that I actually wrote the storyboard for, and he had gotten this guy that does animated work.
Yeah, it's my Unicorns video.
Yeah, tell him about him.
We did a video called Unicorns, and Adesoji, this dude named Adesoji, he's out of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He's like _SOJ on Instagram if you guys want to check him out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yeah. So he did like work for the Jabberwockies. He did a bunch of other work for other people and stuff like that. And I hit him up and I told him about the story that Rod came up with, and he was like, "Yeah." So Rod and they worked out the storyboard, and then you know, it was dope. And so then
that was for the unicorn. That was for unicorn.
That was for unicorn. So then Rod hit me up and he was like, "Yo, my homeboy." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I want to do this video. I have this idea." And I was like, "All right." So I connected them two together, you know, and then you got La Bamba, which is crazy.
Originally, I wanted to do the whole story that we did in the animated version. I wanted to do real, and we had taken the idea of Pulp Fiction, right, and put it into our story where me and Seed were, you know, the two main characters of a Pulp Fiction like scenario. So he took that idea and then, you know, he drew it out and it came out really dope. Song is fire. And yeah, man, if you guys haven't already checked out the Sixers EP by The Bad Seed and LR Blitzkrieg, there will be links at the bottom in the, you know.
Yo, definitely check it out.
There's a lot of fire joints on that. I have my favorites. Blitz got his favorites. Wildchild got his favorites. They're all dope, though. Yeah. And, but this one is a really amazing video, so let's play it right now.
It's mind twisted, my district. Divine sixes, get in line with it. All black PH fitted with the design in it. Niggas been sleeping for years and I ain't fine with it. Mathematics, turn rappers to acrobatics. I hit them with automatics. Tempers a little backwards. But shit ain't adding up, then I'ma get to subtracting. I laugh when I let off at niggas, yeah, I'm a bastard. Social studies, approach your buddies, woke the dummies. Fake it and poker money, poking bears, I poke your bunnies. Spanish class, best will be cool or kiss my ass. I punch you in your face, you picking teeth about the grass. Eiht caramba, hit niggas with the La Bamba. That's the Mac if you asking, now I'm attacking you blasting. Give a rap, you a has-been. Shit, in fact, you got bad friends. Nobody wanna hear that shit, that weird ass shit.
Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads.
Reporting to you live via certified slang. It's important to your lives. You recognize a couple things. This that Dylon, rockin' flammable nylon with a blowtorch on your porch, crossing streams with a cry line. It's mean whenever Seed and I'm on, 6 in the sidearm. You scream, let bygones be bygones, then you get fight on. Bang! The beat is killer. I do whatever the tune says. Shoot at all these rappers. I'm thinking I'm Johnny Nunez. So all praise due to Allah. Yeah, that's the blessing. Now always stay from LR. He got the weapon. Yeah, always stay on guard. I got that Western. Shoot it out like we in a saloon inside a Western. Leave you dead in the middle of Italy. Literally out in Rome, roaming the ruins. You ruin with Seed. Been with me. Come on, think realistically. Y'all ain't matching that energy. Solar with nuclear hydro plus electricity. We ain't fit for this industry. It's better not to mention me, or there's gonna be some tension. I see you flinching while then it's up.
Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads. Brooklyn, you heard? 'Cause I rap aluminum bats around niggas' heads.
That video was bananas, and the song is crazy. So, Rod, yo, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Bad Seed and Knots. Check that out.
And the name of the project is The Sixers.
Yeah, name of the project's The Sixers, but it's by The Bad Seed and LR Blitzkrieg.
There you go.
Got it.
There you go.
Sixers!
Sixers!
Hey, everyone, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so that you never miss an MCMI report.
That's right. Y'all can follow us at MCMI Report on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Then you can follow us on our individual platforms. We got Keith Wildchild, or you can follow me at Levels Band.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LR_Blitzkrieg.
And you can follow me everywhere at GMS_MCMI or at Cybersky Videos, CYBERSKY Videos, everywhere, all social media.
Facts. Check out our other shows, like G was saying, Cybersky Podcast. Check out Levels Up Monday with Keith Wildchild. Check out my other show on the network called Eiht So Boom, where we talk about nerd shit, comic book movies and shows. You know,
Big up to the marksman.
Yeah, facts.
So until next time, in hip hop we trust. I'm Wicked Wild Child.
I'm LR Blitzkrieg.
And I'm GMS.
This has been the MCMI Report.
You still holding them? Jeez, your hand must be sweaty.
Shout out to Redman. Wait. Shout out to Redman.
Facts.
Blitz.
Oh yeah, man. Yo,
Blitz.
Redman, put my video up, man. I killed
Put his
that.
video up.
I did Redman's 80-bar challenge.
He did the 80-bar challenge.
You know,
That's
y'all
what's
check
up.
that out on my Instagram and tell Redman to post it if he hasn't posted it by the time you see this.
That's right.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.